There was a Benue where there was one big cement company called Benue Cement Company, somewhere along Boko Road. There was a Benue where there was a Benro packaging company that was producing the bags that they packaged cement. There was a Benue where there was Taraku Mills. There was also a Benue where there was Kyogen Cattle Ranch. There was a Benue where there was Berebum Fishing Festival. And there was a Benue with Bemco roof tiles. I remember very well that products of that company were used to roof the assembly village. I don't know if they're still using it, but I'm sure the roofs of that complex were made somewhere near Abinsi here. There was a Benue. There was a Benue where there was agricultural development company and people were coming from far and near to buy chicken and eggs. There was a Benue that was working. Indeed, there was a Benue that had the famous Benue State University. I think it is that university that has produced the Right Honorable that we are even talking about today. There was a Benue. But where has that Benue gone? There was a Benue that was enjoying a lot of federal patronage. I recall that when I was a child, a young person in the Second Republic, there were 3 members of the Federal Executive Council that were indigenes of Benue State. There were cabinet members, there were ministers in one administration. There was a Benue that was producing people that were enjoying that kind of patronage at the political level. Where has the Benue gone? Because of all of the things that I'm mentioning, none is existing. There is no BCC. There is one name that I see on trailers that has become our BCC. There is no Benue Packaging Company. There is no Benue Brewery Limited. There is no Taraku Mills. There is no Beragum. There is no Agricultural Development Corporation. Indeed, we are just managing for Benue to own their university. Thank God that there is a Benue State University. Apart from that, I wondered if there should still be something to call a Benue. That means there is something wrong. That means that Benue has disappeared. That means that Benue needs to be rediscovered. And how do we go about it? In rediscovering a Benue, there has to be somebody that is put at the helm of affairs. There has to be somebody that is going to steer the ship of leadership of this state, so that Benue will go back to the committee of states where it belonged before and where it was respected. Because as it is now, Benue is no more. We need somebody who is going to take us there. We need somebody who is going to give us good roads in Benue. We need somebody who will give us electricity. We need somebody who will give us potable water in our communities. We need somebody, a governor that will give us good health care. We industrialize our state. We provide security. Security, security, security. We need somebody that will guarantee the security of the state. We need somebody who is experienced. We need somebody who is exposed to governance in spite of age. Yes, age is not a criterion. Age is not a determinant of performance. Somebody came in the other side of the world. His name was Donald Trump. He was coming into the State House, the White House at over 70. He did remarkably well, even though he lost out due to certain intrigues in American politics, but he did well even as an old man. Old people have been doing well in some places, but not in Benue. We need some kind of a paradigm shift where you have very young people sitting in front. And then I'm so proud that my younger brother is a governor, and my other younger brother is an assemblyman and has a listening ear, and is not carried away by the extended relations and other people that he needs to take care of in his old age, because old age is not yet near him. We need a candidate with a broad worldview. We need a candidate that has progressive mind, that is progressive and not just a good errand boy. I'm an indigene of Benue State. I'm not a politician, and I'm only an academic. But I have heard people say certain things, and I wondered if Benue was looking for a good errand boy. Benue doesn't need a good errand boy for governor. Benue needs somebody with a broad worldview, somebody who is independent-minded, somebody who has the exposure and capacity to deliver dividends on democracy to the people of Benue. Like I said before, I'm not a politician, I'm only a teacher. I don't hold a political card. Someday, I don't know the process that leads to owning a card. But if things work well, and if the young man that we are looking at, if the right honorable barrister gets into government house, some of us might be tempted to see what happens in politics. But for now, I say, and I say again, we need somebody who is independent-minded. We need somebody who is tried and tested. We need somebody who has exposure and capacity. Please, Benue, we don't just need a good errand boy for governor.
My fathers too, the think tank of Benue, to have this interaction with you. I only went to my local government last week to formally commence my campaign to the governor of Benue State. And you are the first people I have decided that I want to meet. The academia should, in any ideal society, form the nucleus of that society. Even in the days of the military, those of us who were young at the time can remember that the military administrators that were sent here would always reach out to the academic community to ask for them to conduct research for them. They would pick commissioners from amongst them. They would pick heads of departments and parastatals from amongst them. It was because they knew the value of the academia. I think that Benue is not going in the direction that it should because the academic community has not been properly brought into the picture and on board to join hands in developing the state. So my target is to get you gentlemen and ladies on board with me from the very get-go, discussing and planning about what our Benue is about and where we want to go. It is my fervent hope that if we talk amongst ourselves, that we'll be able to generate ideas that can make Benue work. We'll be able to determine where we might have gone wrong, and then work towards fixing those wrongs that may have happened in the past with an agenda that will make our Benue a better place tomorrow. The theme of our event, as you see, is rediscovering our path to greatness. The professor who spoke just before me spoke as if he had planned this speech. You would not imagine that it was an ad hoc arrangement. And he spoke the very words that I will only re-echo. Benue was built, was set up to be great. We are ordinarily an agricultural state. That is the basis upon which we should ordinarily have shot to become the biggest and the greatest state in this country. We have unfortunately not attained our true potential, not even full potential, our true potential. We lag behind in everything. If you go to the states that were created around the same time as Benue, you will be embarrassed at where we are today. If you even go to those states that came long after Benue, states like Ekiti, like Nasarawa, and the rest of them, you will also find that we are not in a place where we can beat our chest that we're doing well. My engagement with youth today is not aimed at calling names or insulting anyone or saying that they didn't do well. It is simply to bring us together to agree, first of all, that we are not doing well. Let us even clap for those who have been before us. But agree that we can be better without necessarily pointing to anyone's failing. We can be better. Benue State has the potential to be a lot better. We started in 79. I'm talking about civilian administrations.
Thanks for checking out Symphony on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.